Hello and welcome to the Dutch Inn channel. It's just gone midnight. We've just gone into the 18th of April 2024 and that's a Thursday, and we're going to upload the selections for Cheltenham, Newmarket, Ripon and Chelmsford. So we'll get straight underway with those as the time's getting a little bit late. And what I was saying in the results show, if you did watch that video, we've got 19 betting races today, but what's taking a considerable time is, working out the points and everything else. This is what I'm trying to do in the racing, is select less races, but hopefully more winnable races. But let's go through the 19 races that we've got at this present moment. We'll start off with the 150 at Newmarket. We've got Woodhay Wonder, Pilgrim, Blueprints, Run Boy Run and Dapper Valley. And again, if you're doing this Dutch Inn, it won't necessarily be the top 5. It could be less than that, or it could go down further. And the second race at Newmarket is going to be the 520. We've got Pearl Door, Misty Grey, Northern Express and Gorak. And you can see that's the only 2 handicap races where the horses have run 3 times or more. This is what I've limited it to at the moment. I'm not sure it's right, but the amount of time this takes to do, now this today took me in the region of about 6 hours to do 19 races. It's either me getting slower or there's more horses per race. Then we move to Ripon, 157. Spiora Delta, Hor Zadar and Poet's Dawn, that's the 157. Then in the 307, we've got Fenlander and Without Floor. Then the 352, Cockalorum, Stress Free and Kitsune Power. The 417 at Ripon, Grant Wood, Danzan, Thornaby Pearl. Then in the 452 at Ripon, we've got Up the Jazz and Summit. The 525 at Ripon, Clansman, Diamond Da Vinci. That's the 2 there. Then into Chelmsford, 530, Sirius White, Brego Boy, Calcutta Dream, Storming In and Pittsburgh. Then you got the 6 o'clock, Conti Partiro and Subaltern. The 7 o'clock at Chelmsford, Fox Flame, The Knot Is Tied, Stage Show. Then the 7:30 at Chelmsford, we've got Sir Rodney Redblood, Arafe Jan and Mockatil. The 8 o'clock at Chelmsford, South Bank, Smooth Celessi and Just a Hunch. Then in the 8:30 at Chelmsford, we've got Mart and Reprised. Then moving into Cheltenham, the 1:30, Max of Stars, Spiced Rum and Les Loyals. Then the 2:05 at Cheltenham, we've got Lenomi, Presenting the Queen and Fortune Favours the Bold. Then the 2:40 at Cheltenham, we've got Endless Escape, Georgie Girl, Not Now Linda, Just Go For It and Pretending. Then in the 3:15 at Cheltenham, we've got Lady Adair, Game On for Glory and Malata. And in the last race, the 4:25, we got Found On, Royale Margot and Pink Legend. So I've gone through that in a few minutes, but just think of the time it takes to get to that point. So let's just go back on a few of these races. You can see that an 8-horse race gives you a nice amount of runners to work with instead of double, because I mean 16 runners takes double the amount of time 8 does. And normally when you've got 8 runners, it should take you around 15 minutes. By the time you put the template round and fill these in and bring the jockey, and you should just times this by 2. So that should take you around 16 minutes to do that race. And the same this race here. And the 240, this is what I mean. You're talking 35 minutes to do a race like this. So I've got to either change something or the amount of races that I'm doing, or I need to use a maximum amount of runners per race to get the amount down that way. I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. As I say, I do have all day to do this. I'll start very early in the morning. But a card like this with 19 races, you know, you're talking somewhere in the region of 400 to 500 minutes to do all this. So when you think to yourself, well, it could be 8 to 9 hours, it's a long time just to get 19 races done on these cards. So I'll just go backwards in these races so you can see if you're looking through what you fancy yourself today. You know, I really want to be able to pick out a nap every day like I was doing. And I think this one is most probably going to be it today, but there won't be no value in it at all. This will be odds on. So talking about trying to do 16 horse races, then we've got the other end of the spectrum where we've got, like here, we've got a 5-horse race. But then we're talking now where that favourite is going to be odds on. And then you think, well, I don't want to be doing 5-horse races with odds on favourites, because when I've gone through the averages, there's more, you make more of a loss if you was just to put straight level stakes. You do more of a loss on odds on favourites than you would think. This one, I think, this is the shortest price now. This is Clansman in the 5.25 at Ripon. So this may be the shortest one I've got. Yeah, and it will be. So that would be the best bet of the day, I would think. That's Clansman in the 5.25 at Ripon. But again, this is going to go a favourite, I would presume. And again, because it's only a 5-horse race, this is the reason the less runners you have, the shorter the prices they're going to be, especially if you've given the favourite to win it. So they're the selections for tomorrow. And we'll be back again in the morning at some point, I presume. I'm going to be looking at trying to do something different. As I say, today I stopped at a winner at a meeting, so it was a little bit different from normal. And whether I do that same system tomorrow, we will look into that. But I'll try and put another video up in the morning and we'll see where we go. But let's hope you had a good day today punting, and you can continue that tomorrow and I can get back on the profit trail. So sleep well.